watching the ACC on ESPN. And we welcome you to Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens, Florida for ESPN College Football this Saturday night, featuring the number 5 team in the land, the Miami Hurricanes, getting set to take on the Bethune-Cookman Wildcats. Hi, everyone. Mike Corey, Tyoka Jackson, and Madison Hawk with you tonight. Miami finished the year last year with 10 wins, first time since 2017. Then they begin this season last weekend, Ty, knocking off number 6 Notre Dame. What are you looking for here tonight?
Intensity. The great teams of the past brought intensity each and every single week, regardless of the opponent. If we see the same intensity that they brought against Notre Dame tonight against Bethune-Cookman, the U is back. How
about the reloaded quarterback? Of course, you lose number 1 draft pick Cam Ward. You bring in the transfer from Georgia, Carson Beck, and he had a great first week as well.
No question about it. Cam Ward was the number 1 pick in the entire draft because of Shannon Dawson's terrific offense. And Carson Beck, he can make all the throws, so he can do the exact same thing. But his number 1 superpower is that he's a winner. He came to UM to win championships, and with this roster, he'll have every opportunity to do that.
Mario Cristobal now in his 4th season here. They had 5 wins his first year, 7 his second, 10 wins last year. I said to him yesterday, Ty, it's like, this is kind of the normal logical progression, right? When you take over a program, and this one was down for a while. Now in year 4, boy, they're primed for some big things, I think, this season.
Well, listen, to change the culture of a team, you got to get new players. And so he's done an excellent job of recruiting to the old UM standard, the UM standard that he lived every single day. This roster is different. They're competitive, and they're super athletic.
And Coach Raymond Woody now for Bethune-Cookman, his 3rd season at the helm there. Previously, Western Kentucky, South Florida, Oregon, Florida State, Florida Atlantic as an assistant coach. And they're certainly going up against it here tonight. This is the highest-ranked opponent that they've ever played, Bethune-Cookman. Miami won the toss. They deferred. Wildcats will receive to start the game. What about as the opponent coming in here? A team that, you know, obviously Ty is overmatched. What is their mindset coming into a game like this up against the number 5 team in the country on the road?
Well, listen, you can't control the schedule, all right? You're up against an unbelievable football team. We know that. What you can control is how hard you play and how clean you play. No mental errors. If Miami's going to beat you, make it so that they are out-athleting you. Don't screw it up with mental errors and make it easy for them. They need no help.
Carter Davis kicks off at the game winner last week against Notre Dame, and back to return is Marquis Johnson. Will have no chance at it, and the Wildcats will begin on offense here tonight. And they've got 3 different quarterbacks, and we might see all 3 of them tonight as well, too, Ty. You got Timmy McClain, Cam Ransom, and Amari Jones.
Yeah, they all are athletic, and they all can throw on the run and beat you with your legs, and it looks like we're going to see Timmy McClain start this one today.
4th school in the last 5 years at USF, UCF, Arkansas State, and now here at Bethune-Cookman. And Ali Scott will start in the backfield for the Wildcats. And it's Scott. And Miami is ready for him right at the line. 8th meeting of all time here. Miami has won the previous 7. And they've outscored Bethune-Cookman 181-20 in the last 3 matchups. How about impact players here tonight, Ty?
Yeah, we got Timmy McClain's running ability. We think he's going to be a huge impact on this game because he's going to have to stay alive in the pocket. He's trying to get some rushing yards, and that's going to be huge for this offense.
No gain on 1st down, 2nd and 10. It's a keeper, and McClain to the outside will scoot out of bounds for about a gain of 3, rushed out by Keontae Scott. Now let's take a look at those impact players here tonight, Ty.
Yeah, so let's finish that thing off. We saw Timmy McClain's legs right there. They'll be big. Javon Ross was a terrific athlete for them last week. He had a great game against FIU. And for the Canes, Bain and Mesidor form an edge tandem that is not only the best in the ACC, Mike, but it might be the best in the country. And early on here, this is not where Bethune wants to be. 3rd and long. They are great when it's third and short and medium, and those legs can come in to play here. They better block up these edge rushers if they want to get this ball off.
Opening series on 3rd and 7. McLean gets it to the outside. The catch is made, but about a yard shy of the first by Scott. And the tackle was made by Wesley Basaint. And Bethune-Cookman will have to punt here on 4th and 1.
Yeah, Basaint's a big hitter, Mike, and I like the idea of getting the ball out of their hands quickly. That negates the rush, but the problem is the UM speed on defense can eat up grass very quickly, and Wesley got there in a bad attitude, and I like that.
Max Tulin is the punter from Australia, and Malachi Toney is back to return for Miami. Going to review that last play actually for targeting. That's why we have the stoppage here. And while they do that, we'll take a timeout and come back and show it to you. 13:02 to play in the first. Back to Miami after this. Welcome back. Hurricanes and Bethune-Cookman here, and they're reviewing the last play. It was a tackle by that guy, number 31, Wesley Basaint, one of their top defensive players, the linebacker, and it got called down from upstairs, and it was targeting. So, and they've been taking a long time with this one here, Ty, and that would be really tough if they toss Basaint out of this one. And I know you don't think so.
I don't, because I don't see an indicator. I mean, certainly there is contact, helmet to helmet, but this is not the NFL. You've got to have an indicator, whether that's a launch, crown of the helmet, I didn't see either of those, and this is very close. It could go either way. I'd say no. I'd say leave it.
I'm thinking crown of the helmet is in question because he kind of does duck the head a little bit. Like, look at it here, okay?
But look at the contact.
Goes down. You see how his head goes down and goes right into his helmet?
It certainly does a little bit. I would argue as a defensive player, he's dropping his hits to make a form tackle, but I didn't see him leading with that head and that being sort of the spear of it. And again, spearing is what they're trying to clear out of the game because it's dangerous for both players. I didn't see that. Did I see helmet to helmet, face to face mass contact? Yes, I did. But again, this is borderline as it gets, and that's why it's taken so long.
Yeah, Jim Kilburn is our replay official. Rory Bernard is our referee here tonight.
And it's important, I think, to talk about how, well, let's listen to the call.
After review, personal foul, targeting, defense, number 31. 15-yard penalty from the end of the run, automatic first down. Number 31 has been disqualified for the remainder of the contest.
Yeah, and on the first series of the game, too, that's tough. So Wesley Basaint is done for the night. I could see how they called it, Ty.
Yeah, and
tough play for him.
It is tough. I mean, because as a defensive player, and he's known as a big hitter. And they talked about, look, he is looking to lay guys out. They just want him to do it in a controlled way so he doesn't miss tackles. This is just an unfortunate deal is what this is.
Well, instead of 4th down and 1 and Bethune-Cookman punting, they get the benefit of the 15-yard penalty up to the 49-yard line of their own side and a fresh set of downs. 4 wide receiver set, pressure coming from the top. It's Scott on the carry, and he'll eke across midfield for a gain of 2. Mohamed Toure on the tackle from Miami.
And they like Ali Scott. Look, he had 29 yards, but it was 5.8 a carry. So he didn't get a lot of carries, and he's a transfer from Ole Miss. He's a Power 4 conference type talent, and they love to have him.
Only gave Scott a yard.
And can they consistently run the football? That's going to be a big question today because that will take some pressure off these quarterbacks.
McLean, pressure, look out, got rid of it, and it's incomplete. Nearly intercepted. Keontae Scott got in there with the pressure, and Xavier Lucas was in on coverage. He almost had the interception as it was intended for Javon Ross.
Yeah, he's an unblocked free runner, and what they're asking the quarterback to do is recognize and get the ball out of your hands as fast as you can, and McLean did that, but the pressure was so fast the route couldn't be timed up. So that's just good defense by Miami, and you're seeing the speed all over the field.
So they had 3rd and 7 on their first series, and now 3rd down and 8 here for the Wildcats. Play clock. They got it off. Scott will keep it safe. Maybe a yard, if that, to the Miami 49-yard line. Malik Bryant is in there stuffing it up, the defensive lineman. 4th down.
Yeah, I like the call by Dante Pimpleton. We would say, well, you would just get a half yard. Well, you're protecting your football team. You're playing the field position game. You can punt this down and try to pin them with a couple big plays defensively.
It's a good point, Ty, because initially they were going to have to punt deep in their own territory.
That's right.
They're going to take that 15-yarder and say, hey, at least we can try to pin them deep here.
No doubt about that. Field position is going to be huge, especially when you're undermanned offensively like Bethune-Cookman.
Tulin to punt. Tony picks it up on a hop, and he's going to be decked right across the 10-yard line. And let's check in here with Madison Hawk for the first time today. How about the connection between these two head coaches tonight here, Madison?
Mike, there's a lot of love and respect between these two head coaches tonight. Mario Cristobal and Raymond Woody coached together at Oregon back in 2017. Cristobal, the offensive coordinator, and Woody running special teams. Woody told me that Cristobal made it an effort to attend every single special teams meeting, and not only attend, he was the first to show up. He said that intentionality is what makes Cristobal such an elite coach and leader. Cristobal echoed the praise about his friend Woody, telling me it was one of the best experiences of his life coaching alongside Woody because they were able to revamp Oregon's program together. And now, Mike, they brought what they learned coaching together to their own programs, battling as head coaches tonight.
Yeah, that's a great point by Matt. You know, this is a brotherhood, coaching brotherhood. I mean, there's no question about it. Just like the players are brotherhood, the coaches are brotherhood. 1 minute he's your colleague, next minute he's your boss, next minute he's your opponent. But make no mistake, you always want to beat your brother.
That's right. You talked about Coach Woody being a great person, a hilarious guy, and you really enjoyed that year back in 2017. Hurricanes on offense here. The first pass was caught by Marion. Now they go to the outside, and it's Malachi Toney on the catch for a Hurricanes first down. And our first look tonight at Carson Beck coming off that great Week 1 performance in the win over Notre Dame.
Yeah, I like how Shannon Dawson is easing him into this game with easy throws. He talked about seeing the ball go through the net as a basketball analogy. Once you see some early positive returns, boy, this guy can get hot.
And right back out to Toney. Another first down as he gets up to the 44. Gabe White on the tackle for Bethune-Cookman.
Yeah, this is an outstanding true freshman. If this is your first time seeing number 10, Malachi Toney, you're going to love it. Quickness in open space. Look at it. Making guys whiff when they have the angle. And not only does he an outstanding athlete, but he's got the best hands on the team.
First down Hurricanes from their own 43-yard line. Their opening drive on offense here tonight as they go on the ground. And it's Mark Fletcher Jr. and he's into Wildcat territory with another first down. That's to the 40. Joshua Thornhill on the tackle along with Antoine Watts. Let's take a look at impact players tonight.
Well, Fletcher Jr. is no fool. Francis Maunoa is one of the top 5 offensive linemen in the country, and we'll get back to that.
4 plays already for Miami and 3 first downs. Beck taking a shot for the end zone. It is caught. It's a touchdown for C.J. Daniels.
Big play Miami. That's what they do. These guys led the country in explosive plays last year with 90 plays of 20 yards or more, and they will take their shots. Just straight one-on-one. We've got the speed, we've got the athletes, and C.J. Daniels is a leader in his first year in a U uniform.
My goodness, 5 plays, 90 yards in under 2 minutes. And Beck goes 4 for 4 on the drive for 73 yards of the touchdown.
Well, he's super efficient. And this offense, again, is a big play offense. They will hit you side to side. They've got the screen game. They've got the quick game. But they love to go deep, as you see now. A nice hands catch by C.J. Daniels. And the U is on the move early.
Seven 0 the U. So many great players in their history. 2-time Super Bowl champion and Miami Hurricanes Hall of Famer Darren Smith is in the house tonight, and he's standing by with Madison after we take a look at this touchdown pass here first from Carson Beck. going to C.J. Daniels, 40 yards for the score, and this was an under 2-minute scoring drive, and so much for pinning Miami deep, right at the 10-yard line. They went 90 yards for the touchdown tie.
Yeah, it was a basic post route, and because the ball was on time and on target, the safety appeared to be late. But, you know, sometimes when the throw and the route are near perfect, it's really hard to defend. And then you throw into their very athletic players out there. It's kind of tough for Bethune-Cookman.
After the kickoff, we'll check in with Madison here as Carter Davis does the same thing he did in the opening kick of the game out of the back of the end zone. Now here's Madison with Darren Smith.
And Mike, Darren Smith will be inducted into the College Football Hall of Fame in December. First and foremost, congratulations. We just saw you getting honored by everyone here at the U. What does it mean to be back?
Madison, I can't tell you, it's like a dream come true. You know, born and raised here in Miami. I went to high school literally a few miles from this stadium, and so it was always a dream of mine to play at the University of Miami. And so the first time that I ran through that smoke, I was like, the dream came true. And then being around all those great athletes and coaches is a big reason why I was able to make it to the Hall of Fame. It was the guys who I was around who supported me, my teammates who were there. I had some awesome teammates, and so that made a big difference for my life and career.
And one of those teammates was Miami head coach Mario Cristobal. You two won two national championships together. You anchored one of the most dominant defenses that college football has ever seen. What do you remember playing? What do you remember about playing with Cristobal and all the success you two had together?
I remember practice being a lot harder than the games. You know, when he had to go against Mario and Leon Searcy and Gino Torretta and Lamar Thomas and all those great athletes, man, by the time we got to the game, nobody could compare to what we had to go up against in practice. So it was always easier in the game, unless we played like a Florida State who was just as talented. But other than that, man, you know, the games were fun for us because we worked so hard in practice and we were so competitive with each other. So.
It's funny because Coach Cristobal told us that exact same thing earlier this week when we talked to him. Take us back to when you got the call that you were going into the College Football Hall of Fame. What were your immediate emotions?
Well, the funny thing about it, I had to take my mom to a doctor's appointment, so I didn't even know that day it was happening, and they sent the football to my house, but I thought it was a package for my wife, so I didn't even open it. And so I'm at the doctor's office, and I get this phone call, and I start getting these texts. Ed Reed texts me. Brian McKinney texts me. Russell Maryland calls me. I'm like, what's going on? Then Jimmy Johnson called me. So I'm like, wow, this must be real. So when you get those type of guys like that calling you and congratulating you, it's like just amazing brotherhood.
Yeah, that's pretty incredible. And lastly, you mentioned you're from here, and you still do so much for the South Florida community with the youth and youth football here. Why is it so important to you to give back to this community?
Well, you know, I'm the youngest of 5. I have 2 older brothers and 2 older sisters. Unfortunately, I lost my dad when I was 3. And so I started playing Little League football at 6. My coach was so impactful in my life. My Little League coaches, high school coaches, college coaches, those men, you know, took that, and I was part of Big Brother, Big Sister program also. So my big brother was a big part of my life. And so just the things that they gave me in life made me want to give back because of what they instilled in me and the values and just the confidence that they gave me. I wanted to give to other people.
And that's what it's all about. Darren, thanks so much for the time. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Mike.
All right, Madison, great stuff there. One of the all-time greats here for sure as Bethune-Cookman has to punt. And Tony again back to return is going to let it bounce. And it goes inside the 30-yard line and will be down at about the 25. How about the career for Smith? I mean, he wins 2 national championships in college, wins 2 Super Bowls, the former linebacker, and you could tell how much it means to him.
Well, listen, he was a menace. And I had to see that up close and personal multiple times playing at Penn State, having to go into the Orange Bowl, and then having them come in Happy Valley, losing both times. But he was one of the first undersized, quote-unquote undersized linebackers who could flat out fly, was great in the box and could cover. But I think what we can take away from that interview, that great interview with Matty, was a lot has been said about, you know, the character of the U in their heyday. They had quality people too.
Right.
And Darren was one of those quality people, and you hear how he gives back to his community. I love it.
Here's Fletcher on the carry for Miami. And run out of bounds up at about the 33-yard line by Jaden Davis. Gain of 7.
This is one of the best offenses. You see the playmaker, one of the all-time great players in the history of college football and pro. I mean, just think about that now. There's not a lot of great college players that never get it done in the pros. Number 47 was outstanding in both. But
yes.
That first down efficiency from Miami is why they're one of the best teams in third down in all of America.
Here we go again with Fletcher. He's got a first down run across the 40-yard line. Gabe White on the tackle. You go back to some of those amazing years. I'll take it from 1985, right, with Jimmy Johnson, and then through Dennis Erickson to 92. They went 88-8. Is that sick or what?
Unbelievable. And they set an all-time record for the longest winning streak at home in the history of the game.
58 straight.
Yeah, and
85-94.
That's right, and they're starting to build another one. I'm not saying they're going to go that long, but I mean, look, they're at 8 straight now and counting here in Miami.
Elijah Lofton on the catch here for the Hurricanes. Yeah, here at home they've got 7 straight. You said a best streak in over 20 years, and you know, after that Notre Dame win, they're 18-0 in home openers here in this facility here at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens.
Grew up watching Vinny Testaverde, played against Gino Torretta. I mean, they were just printing great players as if it was like a Xerox printer, man. I mean, year in and year out.
We talked to Coach Cristobal about it, and he went 44-4 during his 4 years, and he said, well, probably should have been 48. Now here's Fletcher again with another first down to the Bethune-Cookman 44-yard line.
So what we're seeing now in this game is this offensive line is one of the best in America, starting to take over the game. And, you know, listen, it's Bethune-Cookman. I understand that they're undermanned and outsized, but Miami does this to everybody. And they started off that Notre Dame game the same way, in complete control of the line of scrimmage.
First down and 10. Fletcher tripped up. Gets to the 37-yard line. Tariq Hollinger on the tackle for Bethune-Cookman.
I mentioned this defense being undermanned. Listen, 6'6", 318 pounds. That's the average of the starting offensive line of this Miami Hurricane unit. 6'1", 256, okay, for Bethune-Cookman. So they're down 5 inches in height and down nearly 62 pounds per man on average, and that's really, really tough sledding inside.
Beck dumps it off. It's Alex Bauman, the tight end. He's got a first down, and a flag comes in. He gets inside the 25-yard line, run out of bounds. But let's check the flag. Marked out the 23.
I'm wondering, are they looking at C.J. Daniels, who was blocking on the outside at the point of attack?
Holding. Offense. Number 10. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Second down.
So it wasn't the senior, it was the freshman. Let's check out this perimeter blocking here and see what he did wrong. He's got his hands inside. Oh, now there it is.
Yeah,
you got to disengage. Yeah, you got to disengage. Once the guy beats you, and he didn't want to get beat. Once the defender gets outside of your frame, you've got to let him go. Hit him locked up inside, which is smart, but now you got to let him go.
And it's from the spot, so it backs him up to the 41-yard line here. It's going to be second down.
I like the effort from the young player. Just got to clean that up.
Second down and 7. Beck. Plenty of time, standing strong in the pocket, gets the pass out, and it's caught by Tony Johnson for a first down.
You mentioned standing strong in that pocket. How about the pocket he did have? Nobody's piercing it. He can stand back and relax. Went to his first receiver, came back to the second, scanned the whole field. When you got that type of time and that type of talent, it's real, real easy.
Saw 61 right there on that block. Francis Mauinoa, who's outstanding, the junior right tackle from Miami.
Yeah, they think he's going to be a top 5 pick, maybe even top 2 pick. He's that good at what he does, and he's a mountain of a man.
Back to Fletcher on the ground. Miami already has 7 first downs in this game to Bethune-Cookman's 1. Nicholas Rawls the second on the tackle for the Wildcats. We're coming up on 3 minutes to play here in the first.
Yeah, right back at Mauinoa, too. You're running to the right. I think Miami might have the best right side in all of America, with Cooper at guard, Mauinoa at the right tackle, and then let's not forget about Brockermeyer at center. I mean, they are outstanding from the center right, and they're really good to the left as well. So, I mean, it's pick your poison, but that right side is outstanding.
Yeah, Mauinoa, number 61, a projected top 10 pick in next year's NFL draft. Back to Fletcher, right up the middle, breaks free, and stretches for the touchdown. 16-yard run for the score, 13-zip Hurricanes.
I saw some vision, and I saw some patience. And when you're running behind this offensive line, why not be patient? Sticking it into his belly. Now look at the vision and the patience. Allow the blockers to get on and move people and run with your eyes open. Don't give me guys that run to darkness. Run to daylight. And when you got an offensive line like this, there's plenty of daylight to like.
So Fletcher had 66 yards rushing last week on 15 carries. He's already got 68 yards rushing tonight in the first quarter on 7 carries, including the touchdown and the extra point from Carter Davis, and it's 14-0 Miami.
When you got the best offensive line in the conference and maybe America, things can get really simple, folks. 14-0 the U.
Welcome back, 14-0 Miami. Mike Corey, Tyoka Jackson, Madison Hawk with you here tonight from Hard Rock Stadium. Ty, you know how teams say you got to be on schedule, you got to have manageable third downs, can't be in 3rd and 7 or 8. Well, Miami doesn't have a problem because they haven't even seen third down tonight. They have 14 total plays, all on either first or second down for 174 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Well, they've got explosive offensive players, and they know they have an advantage. And then when you mix in a dominant offensive line, you just don't find yourself in bad situations, at least not in the first 2 drives.
The first drive went 90 yards for the touchdown. The last one 74 yards in a TD. Fletcher ran it in. C.J. Daniels caught another TD pass, right, Madison?
Yeah, and wide receiver C.J. Daniels is down here on the sidelines, fired up, encouraging his teammates to keep their foot on the gas. Coach Cristobal told me C.J. Daniels has already changed the way Miami's wideouts go about their business. He's like a pro. He's regimented. First one in the building, last one out, and he holds everyone accountable. Just doesn't take any excuses. You see him there. A against Notre Dame. Cristobal told me watching Daniels' film at Liberty and LSU was unbelievable. His catch radius, his contested catches, he can run the entire route tree, as we just saw right there. Everything about his game is elite. And Mike and Tioka, Daniels is the type of player that Cristobal told us is the best representation of the standards at Miami.
Well, Madison, one of the best things I heard you talk about just now was the fact that he started his career at Liberty. And one of the good things that I love about this transfer portal and NIL and all that stuff, it gives guys who were overlooked and who were wrongfully graded an opportunity to test themselves and move up. And so this guy has shown that I can go into Liberty and dominate. I can go to LSU and be a big-time player, and I can come to the U and make what might be the catch of the year in game one.
That was outstanding. The run from Juan Rodriguez on first down for Bethune-Cookman, netted 2 yards. Now he's swinging out to the outside. And the catch is made here by Terrell Short Jr. and has a first down for Bethune-Cookman, just their second of the game.
Yeah, and I like how you got excited there. Getting a first down is huge. Not just for your offensive continuity and get something going, but you need to protect that defense. The plays are starting to mount against your defense. They need a break.
And that's it. And we could already tell, obviously, that Miami can move the football. They went 90 yards, 73 yards. So in your effort to try to play field position, like you said earlier, I don't think it matters. Unfortunately, you got to get the ball down the field and score. And that's easier said than done here. Coming up on 1 minute to go in the first quarter. 1st and 10, though, for Bethune-Cookman at their own 36. There's pressure there from the top. Look out. It's a run, though, and it's Rodriguez for only 1 yard. Jacoby Thomas was coming in strong there, the defensive back. You saw at the top of the screen.
His defense is multiple. They're a 4-3 set, but they'll stand up edge guys, and they'll bring multiple people off the corner, whether that's a corner or a safety. They'll give you different looks. One of the most important things is they'll disguise stuff, and you don't know exactly who's coming and from where. And then when it's all said and done, they've proven against some of the best that if they have to just rush forward and play coverage, they've got dynamic athletes on the defensive line who can get to the quarterback all by themselves.
Second down, and pressure comes into the backfield with Akeem Messidor taking down Rodriguez.
Yeah, speaking of which, right, there's one of those dynamic athletes. Had a huge game last week, 5 tackles, 1.5 sacks. And as you see, their defensive coordinator, who we enjoyed talking to just yesterday, Coach Heatherman, super intense, right? We talked about intensity in the open. It doesn't get more intense than that defensive coordinator.
No doubt. Second Miami tackle for loss here. He's fired up as he should be. 14-0 Hurricanes. To the second we go after this.
at Hard Rock Stadium, I want you to take a look at the right side of your screen. The Hurricanes are known for getting upfield charges. Well, as a changeup, they'll bring a guy inside real quick with speed and intensity on the inside to catch an offensive line leaning. Great job of getting inside and right back upfield by Hakeem Mesidor to make a big TFL for this defense.
And Coach Edelman's defense has Bethune-Cookman in a 3rd down and 13 here to start this second quarter. Here comes the pressure, and the catch is made by Malik Huggins. Not going to happen there as Keontae Scott was in there to make the play, and it's 4th down for the Wildcats.
Well, that's a sensational play by Scott. He looked unblocked, but I promise you he wasn't. There were offensive linemen coming out to hunt him up, but this is where the speed advantage on defense can erase everything. As you see, defensive coordinator Corey Heatherman talking to his brain trust, but the athletes of the Miami Hurricanes just right now are making it too tough for the big guys of Bethune-Cookman.
An incredible run for Heatherman, who's been around the country at Maine, James Madison, and he was at Rutgers for 2 years with Coach Schiano. Last year was his first year as a defensive coordinator at Minnesota with PJ Fleck, and they had a top 10 defense in the nation. And then enter Coach Cristobal, who's like, you know what, we got to shore up our defense here in Miami, and boom, he's here and doing an unbelievable job to start this season.
Well,
so
they
far.
liked the way he designed things at Minnesota, right? And they felt, okay, if we can take the design and the intensity that he had with the Golden Gophers and bring it to South Florida and mix in our athletes, we could have something special. And I think that's what you're starting to get established last year, and it's getting better and better this year.
It was so funny because he had a look on his face when he joined us on our Zoom call yesterday, and then you said, hey, you know what? That's the look of a defensive coordinator. You don't want to cross that guy. It was like he was intense, but he was a great guy. But it was funny.
It's different on that side of the ball. You got to be a little bit crazy to play defense because you're always a step behind, and I like the intensity he brings. It permeates through his guys, though.
Certainly has here so far. 1st down and 10 for the Hurricanes. Back on offense. Back over the middle. The catch is made. Malachi Tony for a 1st down. Gain of 10.
Now you're seeing something a little bit different from back. This time, Bethune-Cookman is able to get some pressure. Watch pressure from the middle of him, right in his face by Adrian Hall and others, but a nice smooth slide to the right. Eyes always downfield, never looking at the rush, finding the open man and throwing an accurate ball.
Pretty good first week for the true freshman last week against Notre Dame. Low snap, back hands off here. Shamar Brown, and he's taken down for no gain. Adrian Hall on the tackle that time, one of the captains for Bethune-Cookman.
Yeah, I like him. When you watch tape, Adrian Hall flashes over and over again. He's a very intense player. Not super big to be inside. All right, 6'1", 265 pounds, so he does it with technique and quickness and intensity.
Second down, Canes. Bunch formation to the right side of that offensive line. The pass is caught by Daniels. 1st down into Wildcat territory. Gets to the 44-yard line. Gain of 13. Malik Stinnett makes the tackle.
Curl route right over the middle. Ball comes out quickly and accurately so that Daniels can turn, make people miss, and dive for a 1st down.
Back to the ground game here with Brown. Dives forward close to the 40. Sparrow tripped him up.
And just to go back to that point with Daniels and that connection, people talk about arm strength all the time, and you got to have a rocket arm and this and that. I'll take accuracy all day. What does that do? Obviously, the pass is going to be on target, but it's going to allow your wide receivers to catch it and go. Get extra yards, that yak yards after catch is so important.
No, it's a great point. I mean, think about Malachi Tony, true freshman last week. He had 40 yards after the catch. Just get it in his hands.
Yeah.
Miami's run 18 total plays, and they still have not had a run a play on 3rd down so far in this game. Back to the outside. Catch is made. Ray Joseph. And once again, it's a 1st down. Antoine Watts in the tackle for Bethune-Cookman.
So now we're getting the wide receiver screens. And we know how athletic they are on the outside, but take a look at the guys at the top of your screen. Watch the blocking. There's not a defender to touch him until he's 14, 15 yards downfield. That's the unselfishness. That's when you know you're starting to really become good. When I want guys that are hungry for the football, Mike, but I also want guys that are unselfish and will block and love to see their other players on their team get off.
Well, you called it there. You saw number 3 towards the end, Joshua Moore, the true freshman wide receiver, making a nice block there, and that's what helped him get major yardage at a gain of 18 yards. And now down inside of the 15-yard line here, back to Brown. And Shamar Marty Brown, as they call him, the FCS Player of the Year last year at North Dakota State.
Yeah, and we know that brand, that North Dakota State brand, you know, you get a player from that program, first thing is they're going to be tough. All right, and the next thing they're going to be is violent. Okay, so those are guys that I want on my football team.
How about the average yards per play for Miami in this game? 14.8 so far. Beck, catch made. Lofton, the tight end, diving down to the 2. And Thornhill helped to stop the touchdown there for Bethune-Cookman. That's going to be 1st and goal.
All right, what a slick play. Watch Lofton coming across your screen, acting like he's going to block and slips into the flat. That's beautiful design and even better execution. Just keep your feet, big fella, you probably score. Oh, man, he saw that goal line. Those eyes got big, and his feet didn't quite come with him. They talked about they wanted to get their tight ends more involved. They think they're going to be a huge part of this game, or a part of their offense as the season goes on.
Brown still in the backfield. He gets the call on 1st and goal, and he's in. Touchdown, Miami. On the 8th play of the drive, and they lead it 20-0.
Keeping things simple. Keeping things basic because you don't need to be exotic. Watch the offensive line. There is absolutely no penetration, and their defensive bodies moving backwards. And this is not even in heavy personnel. They are in their base personnel. They got the defense a little spread out, and they're forcing you to go mano a mano against their big guys, and that's really a tough task for Bethune-Cookman.
3 touchdown drives, 3 opportunities. In only 10 minutes and 39 seconds. 21-0 to you. Back after this. Welcome back. 21-0 Miami here with 9:55 to play in the first half. Another touchdown drive. How about Bethune-Cookman here? And I know it looks a little glim right there on the sideline. This is a team, right? It's coming in playing the #5 team in the country on the road. They Daytona Beach, playing a lot of their games in Florida this year. Coach Woody with a connection to Cristobal from back in Oregon. It's tough. It's really got to be tough for them.
Well, of course it is, and you knew that when the game was scheduled. You know, I think what's most important here is how they continue to play. Will you continue to fight? Will you continue to do what the coaches are asking you to do, or will you freelance? I don't want anybody scoreboard watching. I want you to play. It's a privilege to play college football. Let's be honest. I want you to treat it that way, and I don't expect anything different. I expect BC to come out here and continue to fight.
Bethune-Cookman started with a 42-9 loss at FIU in week 1. And the Panthers, kind of like what Miami has done so far tonight, they scored 4 touchdowns on their first 4 drives of the game. So defense is what's been hurting here in the first couple weeks, obviously, but you go up against these superior athletes, and we've seen just Timmy McClain so far, quarterback. We've talked about a couple others that we may see in this game as well too, but assessment so far, McClain.
Well, based on last week's film, I don't think there's any doubt that he gives them the best chance to win at the moment. Unfortunately, it's hard to really assess him because there's so much noise in the pocket every time he draws back. There's so many defenders penetrating.
Got it out quickly that time.
Yeah, I like that quick release, though. And so if you can get him some sort of rhythm, they've been trying to get the ball out of his hands to create a rhythm. That will give him confidence. And I'm telling you, he's a dynamic athlete. He hasn't had a chance to show it against the speedy defense, but he is terrific on the move.
That was Terrell Short Jr. on the catch, redshirt freshman.
And you see, they're no huddle, but they're not going quick.
Right.
I love that. Because what you're doing is you're limiting the ability to sub, but you're letting the clock continue to run.
Second down after a gain of 4. Another quick pass to the outside. It's Scott, and he's close to the first down. See, that's it. I mean, you get 3 or 4, you get 3 or 4, there you go. There you go, first down.
It's called a rhythm. And I'm telling you right now, these plays will look a lot different in the SWAC against those athletes compared to these athletes.
Now, what are you seeing why he's been able to get it out like that quick and get those yards? Are they playing off here? You seeing the coverage in Miami or what?
That's exactly what they're doing. They're playing off coverage now. You see at the top of your screen, if we can get it, there's tight bump and run coverage now at the top and bottom. So there's an adjustment right there from this Miami defense, but the inside slot receivers, that's where the room is, and that's where you can get the ball to relatively quickly.
I think they were trying to, but the pressure came in that time on McClain. Oh, he's got a man at midfield. It's Josh Evans on the catch. And he's into Miami territory for a first down and more.
Well, Keontae Scott, he got a little nosy looking into the backfield. And when you have a scrambling quarterback, you got to plaster your receivers. Great job of getting out of the pocket. But Keontae, as you see 0 right there, he got caught staring in the backfield. You got to stay with your coverage. Your #1 responsibility is cover receivers. Secondarily, you can come up and make hits. But that's a great job by Timmy McClain taking advantage of what was given to him, and that's the dynamic athleticism we talked about.
Yeah, that was the longest play of the night for Bethune-Cookman, 21 yards. Got only 55 total for the game. Miami's got 242, but it's a first down and 10 here. First time across midfield here for Bethune-Cookman. And Scott on the carry for about 1 yard.
So I like what they're doing right now. You're starting to see a little bit of a rhythm. They're adjusting to what the Hurricanes are doing defensively, and I like what I'm seeing.
You said it. That's what, offense, you got to do what the defense is giving you, right? You talked about the 2 outside receivers that have press coverage.
That's right.
The 2 guys on the inside. That's where you could have did another quick, little slant pass.
And then eventually when you go to quick game, then you go max protect and see if you can get somebody on a double move. And so that's what I would like to see as this game progresses. We've thrown some quick passes. Now, can I keep a back in to help protect, get a double move, and see if I can get a cheap play downfield?
Yeah, Miami defenders are playing 10 yards off of the receivers up there, as you see.
Yep.
Second down and 9. There's the pass over the middle, and it's caught, and that's Javon Ross, and he's got the first down. Now, all of a sudden, Bethune-Cookman in a little bit of a rhythm here.
Yeah, you saw RPO there. So this is an adjustment on the fly by the quarterback. He's seen the off coverage. They're running the football up front. They have no idea. He sticks the ball in the belly of the back, pulls it out, and 2 guys know it's a pass, the receiver and the quarterback. That's excellent execution. And you say, well, what about offensive linemen downfield? No, that ball's coming out too quick. They'll never call it in that situation.
And that's their top target, Javon Ross. He had 6 catches for 109 yards in week 1. That's more than he had all of last year combined.
Yeah, he's excellent in the slot.
Keeper here for McClain. And gets tripped up inside the 30-yard line to the 28 by Jacoby Thomas.
So what you're seeing is adjustments by Dante Pimpleton. They did not come here just to lay down, all right? It's gotten off to a tough start. I get it. But one thing you haven't seen any turnovers, and now you're starting to see the adjustments.
Well, and McClain is making some good decisions now, too.
There's no question. And again, this is their guy to me. They say they got 3 quarterbacks, and look, I believe them. But I just know when I watched the tape of last week and what I'm seeing right now live, number 7 is the guy that can make it happen.
164 yards passing last week from McClain of 18 to 28. He had -4 yards rushing. He was sacked twice, and now he tries to throw it to the outside back for Ross, and Ross makes a move and gets the first down.
How about the patience? How about the patience now? So you fake the dive, and now you have a run pass option with the quarterback. It's like an old school option with different players, though. So the option is with number 7, the quarterback. He can tuck and run, and you're also looking outside to see what you have, and it takes some real confidence to hold that football because you know guys are bearing down on you. He held it, allowed that thing to develop, and just hit the open man for another first down.
Certainly the best drive of the night. 8th play coming here. This is the longest so far today for Bethune-Cookman. 4 of their 6 first downs have come on this drive alone, and they now have first down and 10 in the red zone. Ross, and asking for a little bit too much there that time. Keontae Scott not going to get past him.
Well, when you see it 3 or 4 times, you need to adjust defensively, all right? Keontae Scott is no fool. Great job of beating the block and making the play all by himself. They've run this screen, this bubble screen, multiple times now. Great job by Scott setting up the blocker, dip it inside. Now, he's an outside defender. If you come inside, you better make the play.
Right.
And that's exactly what he did. Good look at Scott there. Very athletic, just like most of his teammates.
It's a loss of 2, 2nd and 12 here, coming up at 4 minutes remaining first half. McClain over the middle. Short catch is made by Scott. And it was Jalen Alderman that was right there on his back to make the tackle for Miami.
So I'd like to see McClain be very smart here, understanding that you're in position in the field where you can change the scoreboard. Do not put this ball at risk. Make sure you understand. If it's there, take it. If it's not, tuck it and run, but don't turn it over and set yourself up for 3 points at the very least.
Their field goal kicker, Juan Dominguez, last week was 3 for 3. They're certainly in field goal range.
Now you got to get Mesidor and Bain block. And that last play, Mesidor beat his guy clean, just slipped down.
4 wide receivers set, 3 at the top of your screen. It's an inside handoff here on 3rd down and 8, though, and it's Marquis Johnson, and he gets to the 15, but it's going to be well shy of the first down. And a timeout here by Miami.
Yeah, again, I have no problem.
Miami.
No problem with the play call.
Media timeout.
We'll step aside. I'll be right back. 3 minutes and 12 seconds to play in the first half. When we return, Bethune-Cookman with a 4th down and 6. Best drive of the night here for Bethune-Cookman. They are at the Miami 15-yard line with a 4th down and 6. 3 minutes and 12 seconds to go before the half. Ty, we thinking field goal here coming up. Juan Dominguez is on the field.
No question. You did a great job of driving the football. You possessed it. You got your defensive break, a much-needed break. Now go ahead, let's get something positive now and change the scoreboard. This is the stuff that can be, begin to build momentum, not just for this game, but good teaching tape to give your defense or offense, some confidence as you go down the schedule.
Dominguez was 3 for 3 last week from 35, 22, and 28. This one is going to be a 32-yard attempt to get Bethune-Cookman on the board here. Cole Hash to snap, Max Tulin to hold. Dominguez knocks it through. So it's now 21-3 Miami with 3:08 to play in the first half.
Hard Rock Stadium, where Miami leads Bethune-Cookman 21-3. When Raymond Woody returned to coach at his alma mater, he knew that he had a large task at hand, and especially with his players in the classroom. When he got there, the Wildcats had a cumulative 2.4 team GPA, and now, 2 years later, the team GPA sits at 3.23. Woody told us that's the result of a lot of intentionality from his staff to their players. Get this, the entire staff, including Woody, the head coach, will drive a blue golf cart around campus and check dorms and classes to make sure their players are sitting in the front row. We'll have a picture of that golf cart here in a second. But he told me they have a motto, that love equals time. And there's that golf cart right there. That's a pretty incredible golf cart, I might add. But love equals time. He wants his players to know that they push them in the classroom because they love them. And there's now 23 players on the honor roll at Bethune-Cookman. Tioga, I got to ask you, what kind of impact does that have on a young man to have a head coach just pour into you like that?
Well, it's amazing. And, you know, a lot of times players think that it's coaches against the players. And when you have a guy like this who comes in and lovingly puts his arms around you, both physically and with the way he treats you, you just feel good and you're able to blossom and grow. A lot of people think negative coaching is the way to go. That's not the style of Bethune-Cookman. They do it a little bit different. They're believing in developing young men, they're developing character and football players, and Raymond Woody Jr. has done a terrific job at that.
Malachi Tony on the catch for Miami after the return from Keelan Marion to set things up, and it's great stuff, Madison. And you got to do even more of that today, right, Ty, in terms of the players coming in year to year and transferring this and that, the money. Give me a break. You got to really connect with the players. So he's doing that.
There's no question about that. You got to give them something more, because, like you said, they'll jump ship in a heartbeat. Young players, young people think that the grass is always greener. Well, there's a value added at Bethune-Cookman. We're going to develop you as men. And obviously it has a tremendous history with this school, the culture that they've had here now for over 100 years. I mean, there's a lot to like about being on that campus in this area of Florida, the weather. But again, it comes back to the head man, Coach Woody Jr.
First down run for Mark Fletcher from Miami, and it takes us to the 2-minute timeout. 21-3 Hurricanes. We'll be back. Back in Miami, Mike Corey, Tyoka Jackson, and Madison Hawk with you tonight. 21-3 Hurricanes. Coach Cristobal, he told us he was just infuriated with his alma mater and wanted to come back and get this program on the right path, and he has certainly done that here. It just improved year to year, right? 5 wins, 7 wins, 10 wins. They start off with a win against Notre Dame last week. They're bringing this guy, Carson Beck, replacing a first-round #1 overall pick in Cam Ward, and what he's done here tonight, he's now 13 for 13 passing as he gets it to C.J. Daniels.
That's pretty efficient, isn't it?
Yeah, I would say.
No balls on the ground. I mean, that's incredible. But back to your point about Mario Cristobal, the first thing he did was he took a look at the offensive line. He's like, this is not what a UM offensive line needs to look like.
Now it's out here to Tony. Malachi Tony with a first down catch.
But to finish the point, they were angular players, sort of like not wide at all. And as a defensive lineman, I hate to go against wide guys that can move their feet. They're hard to beat. But he changed the way they recruited up front. And as you've heard, everything starts up front. So he got the offense and defensive line taken care of. There are always going to be athletes around the country, and especially in South Florida for the perimeter. He started inside and worked out, and he's looking really good right now.
No doubt. Beck, again, still perfect on the catch by Fletcher from out of the backfield. He's got a first down.
It's the time, though. He's allowed to go through his entire progressions, and what I like about Beck is he will take the layup. That was just a check down. A lot of quarterbacks, especially in games like this, they're stat hunting, looking for the big play.
No.
Take what the defense gives you, and they talked about that. They said you don't need to play hero ball, right? Be good at just taking what the defense gives you and let your athletes make plays.
And that is his first incomplete pass of the night. Little high from Malachi Tony. He's now 15 of 16 for 199 yards and a touchdown.
Yeah, we were just talking too much about him, huh?
Yeah.
Give him too much love. That's the way it works.
What a winner, though, right? I mean, he's got 2 national championships at Georgia. Of course, he's behind Stetson Bennett in 21 and 22. But he threw for over 8,000 yards there, 60 touchdowns. And he's 25 and 3 now as a starter, including the win against Notre Dame from week 1.
Yeah, we talked about it. His superpower is his ability to win it. Just like a starting pitcher, whoever has the ball in their hands, they got the hopes and dreams of the program. I want guys who know how to win.
Tony in motion, but coming back for the ball is C.J. Daniels, who makes a nice catch, and Gabe White on the tackle for Bethune-Cookman. But you're right, Ty. I mean, it's downfield, 7 yards, 8 yards, and then sometimes 12, 13, 14 yards. They're getting it done here tonight.
Yeah, and again, we talked about their ability to make big plays, but they're not undisciplined with it. They're not trying to force it. And that's what I like about them. And another thing I like about them is they were the best in the country of not going 3 and out. Just think about that.
Well, that was last year, first in the nation in points per game, total yards per game, and third down percentage, as you said. Here's Fletcher. Tough to bring him down inside the 10. First down run. Antoine Watts finally got to him for the Wildcats.
And this is going to be one of the things as they go down their schedule. It's going to make this offense so tough to stop. They spread you out, and they're willing to run the football against a light box. So that's 5 offensive linemen against 6 or 7, and they feel like it's an advantage for their offensive line.
Beck with a pass out to Elijah Lofton, the tight end, taken down at the 5. That was Jaden Davis.
Yeah, that's good defense. Very good defense by the Wildcats, and that started. Davis cleaned it up, but that started with another defender. I'm looking for that name, can't find it, but that's just good rallying to the football. They believe in running to the football. The Wildcats defense, one man should never make the tackle, and you saw a little bit of it right there. They're playing pretty good red zone defense. I like that.
Here were some of the numbers we were just talking about from last year with Miami and how special they were offensively. And there's what we just said, leading the nation in yards, points, and third down percentage. And then, you know, you bring in Beck, and, you know, Beck, who's had an 80% completion percentage twice at Georgia back in 2023. He's 94% completion tonight, 17 of 18. We're now 208 and a touchdown. And running this 2-minute offense here to perfection as they're at the 5-yard line with second down and goal.
Yeah, again, the efficiency, the execution, outstanding. Saw Shannon Davis there. I think he's one of the more imaginative play callers. Very consistent.
Yeah, Shannon Dawson there for Miami, and a good start to this game here, 21-3, looking for more. Back up top, and the catch is made. It's Daniels for another touchdown.
Six foot 2, 50-50 ball. That's the trust. And just understand, Carson Beck hasn't been here very long. He didn't participate in spring practice, but he has developed something with C.J. Daniels that is really special. Put it where your guys can go get it, and there's only one man making a play on that ball, and that's C.J. Daniels.
How incredible is this guy? He's got the one-handed catch last week in the Notre Dame game. Has a 40-yard touchdown catch today.
Yeah.
Has this one falling back where he just has to throw it up, and Daniels needs to make a play, and he did. It's incredible. 4 drives, 4 touchdowns, 28 points, and it's only taken them a total of 13 minutes and 9 seconds of possession time. The Miami offense here tonight, efficient to say the least.
I guarantee the playmakers loving this. And it's nothing special. This is just mano-a-mano, run the fade route, put the defender on your back, and go up and get it. Oh, yeah, there he is. He's one of the best ever to do that now. I guarantee you he appreciates that.
Michael Irvin.
He makes it look easy, C.J. Daniels. That is not an easy route. In fact, it's a very inefficient throw to run that fade route into the corner. A lot of times quarterbacks will throw the guy out of bounds. So that's a great job of Beck keeping the ball alive in bounds and giving your athlete a chance to go up and get it.
$18 of 19, 213 yards, 2 touchdowns for Beck. The extra point was made by Bert Auburn, who was in there in the last sequence, and now it's back to Carter Davis, who's going to kick off. Davis had beat out Auburn for the kicking duties, and of course had those 2 field goals last week from 38 and 47, with just a minute and 4 to go to help seal that win against the Fighting Irish.
So this is, what, 40 seconds left to go? It's going to be interesting to see if the Wildcats want to get something done here. I'm guessing, thinking that they're really going to halftime. They had a nice drive to last. They changed the scoreboard. No need to get cute and give up something crazy, right?
Yeah, and Miami's going to receive the second half kickoff. But to your point at the beginning of the broadcast, Ty, you talked about what you wanted to see here tonight.
Yeah.
Let's go report card right now on the first half from Miami. Did you get what you wanted there?
I think so. I mean, the intensity on both sides of the football. You didn't see sloppy play. You didn't see any mental errors. What you saw was a bunch of guys flying around. That's the dominance. When you start to beat people and, well, first of all, treat people the same way regardless of who they are. As you see the dive play right into the middle of the line of scrimmage. Nice job.
Robinson here on the carry for Bethune-Cookman. That's Kamani Robinson, Xavier Lucas, and Mohamed Toure combined for the tackle from Miami. 32 seconds to go.
But again, the standard is the standard. The intensity is the intensity regardless of who you're playing against. And I'm loving that right now.
Yeah, they're showing that here tonight for sure. And trying to stop Bethune here on this final drive before the half. And they're all over Robinson this time.
Because make no mistake, there are teams all around the country right now who don't come out of the locker room with intensity. Favorites who lose because they didn't take care of business. This game probably was set up during the week of practice. These coaches drove these players to be intense and be on the screws before Saturday even got here.
Not a bad first half for the Hurricanes. 28-3. They lead here at the half. Beck, he set a school record with 15 straight completions in that first half. Carson Beck, quarterback for the Hurricanes. Previous record, Vinny Testaverde with 14 straight. That was in 1986 versus Oklahoma. How about that?
Heisman Trophy winner, Vinny Testaverde, right?
Let's get down to Madison, who's with Coach Cristobal.
Coach, 4 drives, 4 touchdowns. How's your offense done it?
Very efficient on offense. You know, they're holding on to the ball and they're not snapping until it's down about 5 seconds or so. So every time we get the ball, we have to be efficient, keep it, and go score.
Your defense didn't give up a touchdown there in the first half. How have they been able to control the line of scrimmage?
We're rolling a lot of guys in and out. We did a really good job against the run. Now we got a little indiscipline on a couple of our pressures and a couple things pop, but we'll get that correct to come out and play better.
Coach, thanks. Mike.
All right, thanks, Madison. 28-3 here at the half. The Hurricanes with the lead over Bethune-Cookman. Touchdowns by C.J. Daniels. He had 2 of them. Mark Fletcher and Shamar Brown. Halftime report on the other side of this break.
What's going on? Welcome into this ACC Network Halftime Report alongside the Hall of Famer Coach Mark Richt and former Stanford great Bryce Love. I'm Kelsey Riggs-Cup. It is great to be with you. It is week 2, but we got to take a little look back still at week 1 because some teams hoping to turn the page, other teams hoping to build on what happened last week, and Clemson is one of the teams hoping to turn the page and maybe potentially build on what happened last week. They fell to LSU in a top 10 game. The offense a little bit lackluster, the defense maybe a few things to clean up as well. Their head coach, though, Dabo Swinney, not impressed by either group of Tigers. Here's him and Brian Kelly.
It's like getting the final exam day 1 of class. They made a 65, we made a 58. Neither one of us were great.
I mean, I thought we dominated him in the second half. So he's either a really good grader for, giving himself a 58, or he's a really hard grader on us, or he didn't see the second half, which that might be the case. He might not have wanted to see the second half.
It's not talking season anymore, but we're just going to talk about what happens. It was good, right, Coach? You like that?
I loved it.
We're going to hand out some week 1 grades. Would you like to grade me and Bryce on last week? Did we pass or fail? Don't give us any bad numbers.
Hey, coach us up. Fantastic.
Okay.
Unbelievable.
Okay.
He's best in the history of the world.
I'm just going to stop there before you say something that I don't like. Let's give some grades out to the teams, and let's start, guys, with what we saw from that Clemson team. Coach, since you're all fired up about the grades, why don't you start with Cade Klubnik? What grade do you give him?
I gave Cade a C&5. A C&5.
I like a C&5.
That's old school C&5.
I just got a bad grade right there. I just got an F. I got C-. He hit about 50% of his passes, missed some open people, no touchdowns, a pick. Not a banner day for sure.
Right.
Yeah, me and Coach, we aren't too far apart, actually. So I went with a D. So for me, there was a lot of hype going in. The expectation was Heisman potentially down the line, expectation potential top draft pick for what we saw this past year. And he just never seemed comfortable to me. He never seemed like he had his right footing, or he was confident maybe in that be the game plan, whatever it may be. But ultimately, what we saw is not what we ultimately wanted to see.
Coach, you mentioned it. His stats were kind of lackluster with those 230 yards, no touchdowns, and interception, and then they only scored 10 points. Fewest points they've scored in a home game there at Death Valley since like 2010. So Cade looking to build on some things, and as you mentioned, high expectations for him this year. Bryce, there are also high expectations for this Clemson defense this year. We came in talking about a lot of the guys up front. They allowed 230 yards in the air and over 100 on the ground. What grade do you give the defense?
So defense, I will say I'm a little bit more generous for the defensive side of the ball. It's more so a projection than anything else. I went with the B. I think that when we look at it at the end of the year, this LSU team is going to have games where they're putting up way more than 17 points. I mean, they held them to 17. They had a lot of big stops ultimately. Our coach used to talk about 21, keep them under 21. Then that's going to be, it's going to be a dogfight from there. So they need to improve in terms of the run game as well, but ultimately not a terrible start to the beginning of the year.
C+ for me, very close to that grade. I thought you hold anybody to 17, it's a pretty good day. But an LSU that has the chance to have the firepower you mentioned, I thought it was pretty darn good. Now they couldn't get the stop in the end when they needed it, but got to score some points too.
They did have those 2 fumble recoveries, so a couple of good things for their defense as they look on to week 2 and ahead. A team that probably would love to just stay right here in week 1 is Florida State, because, man, that was a fun one. You come out and you show number 8 Alabama what's up at home. Coach, what grade did the Seminoles get?
I gave him an A. I almost gave him an A+, but, gosh, there's nothing to look forward to if you get an A+. But I thought they won the line of scrimmage. It was a total team victory. They overcame last year's 2-10 season. I mean, there's so many things. And they beat Bama. Nobody beats Bama. Nobody puts that kind of holds them to, what they hold Bama to, like 80-some yards rushing, something crazy.
87, yeah.
It just hasn't been done in a long time. So just very impressed with the whole from the head coach down.
Yeah, I went A+. So I went the highest that I could possibly give. I mean, you go from being 2-10 the year prior, and then first game of the year, you're beating Alabama. Obviously, the mystique may not be the same as what it was back, in our day, if anything else. But
not anymore. Anyway.
Yeah, not anymore, at least after what they did. But it's still Bama. You know what I mean? And this is still a team that had a lot of struggles this past year. Got to shout out Coach Norvell for what he was able to do going in there and leaving with the W.
And I give him an A+ because Tommy Castellanos talked that talk, and they backed it up. They backed your boy up, and he stood up in some big moments as well. Speaking of big moments, was there any bigger moment or bigger anticipation than seeing Bill Belichick as a college football coach? Coach, we were there on the sidelines for that one. And that first drive, man, they were zipping, and we were looking at everybody and high-fiving like, oh, what are we going to get? And then that was all we got. So what grade do you give Bill Belichick?
Gosh, I hate to think about what I'm going to say here, but I'm going to say a D. The most points ever scored against the Bill Belichick team ever.
Yeah.
And then the mystery of quarterback has kind of got me stumped as to what they're trying to get accomplished there. But just not a good day all the way around. Like you said, one great drive to start the game and another drive later on, but that was about it.
It's hard to be a college coach, right?
It's tough.
Well, he's finding it. Depends on where you're coaching and who your dudes
That's
are.
true. Bryce, I wouldn't want to do it. What would you give them?
It's tough. I mean, me and Coach, we're in line for the most part.
Y'all pretty close.
That's what I was going to say. We're not too far off. I went D+. So similar to a lot of the reasons that Coach mentioned, he is the greatest NFL coach. Now, obviously, there's a level of transition going from the NFL to college, especially in this day and age. But at the same time, you have those narratives around Bill Belichick. Look at what he was able to do with the rookie quarterbacks at the next level. And you see what Matt Patricia did as well at Ohio State in terms of confusing that offensive side of the ball. So I wanted to see something similar that didn't pan out, but there's always week 2.
There is always week 2 as they go on the road to Charlotte. Listen, I would give them an F. You guys are kinder than me. They just didn't even look like they were prepared. They needed to do more, and they didn't. We'll see what happens moving forward. I know these guys always have a lot of thoughts about it. EJ Manuel and Roddy Jones with you every Monday and Wednesday on ACC Network. Enjoy the second half.
Welcome back to Miami, 28-3. The Hurricanes over Bethune-Cookman here at the half. Mike Corey, Tyoka Jackson, and Madison Hawk with you here tonight. And how about the intensity? You asked for it early on, Ty, and you're getting it tonight from the Hurricanes.
Oh, we got it big time. I can tell you one thing, Michael Corey. When you hire an offensive lineman to be your head coach, you're going to get intensity and physicality. And that's exactly what the U has brought to this game. There are a lot of guys out there right now that are upset because they got upset in their game against underdogs. Not here today, folks.
Stats of the first half. Miami already with over 300 yards of total offense in this game. Bethune-Cookman, they did have a good drive toward the end of the second half. They had to set up for the field goal. 0 for 4 on third down. Miami, for the longest time, didn't even have to get to third down, but they're 2 for 2 on it anyhow.
More important than the numbers is how this game is being played. We talked about the intensity from the U. You saw multiple guys making plays. But I'm going to be honest with you. Bethune got down early really bad, but they showed me some fight as well, both offensively and defensively. They played some good red zone defense and, early on in the second quarter. But I like their fight as well. So I saw some adjustments. I want to see them continue to play with those adjustments and really clean football.
We will be back, start of the second half from Miami Gardens here at Hard Rock Stadium after this. Welcome back to the ACC on ESPN. On this Saturday night from Miami with the Hurricanes on top 28-3. Start of the third quarter here against Bethune-Cookman. And Miami is going to receive the second half kickoff. Pretty efficient there in the first half, to say the least. Ty, you got Carson Beck right there, 18 and 19 passing for 213 yards and 2 touchdowns.
And 0 turnovers. Last week against Notre Dame, 0 turnovers. That's what we talked about. He's a winner. He's a winner.
And a school record, as we said before the end of the first half, 15 straight completions, passing Vinny Testaverde, who had the 14 back against Oklahoma in 1986. That's pretty cool, breaking that record almost 40 years later. The only incompletion was a little bit of an overthrow, looking for Malachi Toney. Let's get down to Madison.
Guys, you mentioned it, no turnovers there in the first half. However, Wildcats head coach Raymond Woody telling me he told his team they have to do a better job taking care of the football. He said offensively they've got to establish the run, and it starts by being more physical at the line of scrimmage. Then defensively, he said, we must stop the run. Miami is so explosive, so he told his guys to wrap up and finish every tackle.
He's not going to stop being demanding, Maddie. I don't really care what the other guy's doing on the other side of the field and what the scoreboard is. He's going to demand physicality and toughness from his entire football team.
Shamar Brown begins in the backfield to the left of Beck. Play action. Beck with a pump fake. Now he's got Brown, and makes the catch. And upended before the 30 by Naeem Lassiter.
Nice job by Lassiter coming off of his initial coverage, making sure that Carson Beck couldn't hit him. And then he comes up and makes a really good tackle, outside leverage. That's really a coaching tape on how to play zone defense.
Yeah, short gain there of 4 yards. Beck gets it out quickly, and he's got Malachi Toney, and in space, here goes Toney. Gets a block downfield from Keelan Marion, and has a first down to the Bethune-Cookman 47. Gain of 24.
I'm going to throw out a name to you, and it's Santana Moss. And there's a lot of players who's spitting out their coffee right now, or fans, I should say, like, well, I'm just telling you, Santana Moss, that's what he looks like. Look at that quickness. And that is explosive elusiveness that you just can't find in everybody. You got fast guys, you got quick guys, but can you put it together and change speeds? And this young freshman can do it.
Well, Ty, I mean, it's a really good analogy. I mean, think about it. He's got 6 catches for 80 yards in this game tonight. He's a true freshman. I mean, you see him for another few years, and it may even resemble it more. Here's a pass. It's almost intercepted. Looking for Marion. It was broken up by Gabe White.
I like the way Gabe White high-pointed that ball. This is another coaching clinic type play. This is man coverage. He doesn't panic. So often defensive backs panic and get a flag. Does not panic and high points the ball and says that ball is just as much mine, Keelan Marion, as it is yours.
Second down and 10. Handoff for Brown. Spinning to the 42-yard line. Malachi Toney already has 14 catches throughout the first game and a half here. Madison, pretty impressive for a true freshman.
Yeah, absolutely. But he doesn't play like a freshman. That's exactly what Miami offensive coordinator Shannon Dawson told us earlier this week about Malachi Toney. He said it's this balance of coaching him to his full potential, but also making sure the freshman stays humble when he's already having such a great start to his college career.
Yeah, that's amazing. And right now, he's their leading receiver through 2 weeks or a week and a half. And so we know stardom is available for him, and it's in his future. But I like the way he goes about his business, earning everything he gets. And that's the thing, Mike. You got to earn opportunities in practice. The opportunity to play well on Saturday is earned during the week. And it seems like as a freshman, this kid gets it.
Now, he really does. He's got 162 yards receiving with a touchdown so far this year, 14 catches, or make it 12 catches. He was targeted 10 times last week.
Against Notre Dame.
Right. Brown ran for the first down here, a fresh set of downs from Miami. And they go back to him. Miami's 3 for 3 on third down in this game. It's so efficient here. You heard Coach Cristobal before the half saying that they didn't get a lot of possessions. They had to be efficient, right?
Yeah,
and they certainly were.
No question. It's the way that Bethune-Cookman has decided to play this game, which is smart. If you're the Wildcats, you want to take the air out of the game, possess the football as long as you can, and shorten it, right? So what do you do if you're the U? Big play hunting when you can.
Beck. Over the middle to the tight end, Alex Bauman. Jaden Davis on the tackle.
And again, you're seeing him go from his first, his second, and his third option. That's because of the lack of the pass rush. And I really like the Wildcats defensive front, and I think they're going to make hay in their conference. But you're looking at multiple NFL players in that front for UM, and right now they're just dominating both against with the run and the pass.
Miami has had 20 first downs in this game to 7 for Bethune-Cookman. Mark Fletcher Jr. is now back in the backfield. Play fake to him, back over the middle. He's got the reception there to the tight end, Luka Gilbert, who is just shy of the touchdown. Nicholas Rawls saved the score, but it's a gain of 20.
Watch the offensive line firm set this thing. They fired off to the ball and created space behind the linebackers. That's a great job. But again, the offensive line executing a play fake gives a clean throwing window to Carson Beck, and he's not going to miss a big target like that.
First catch of the career of Luka Gilbert, true freshman, 6'7", 255 out of Westchester, Ohio. They're on the doorstep. 9th play of the drive coming here. Fletcher, the deep back, gets it and has an easy touchdown for Miami. Second of the night for Mark Fletcher.
Old school pin and pull. Down, down, and around. The right side blocking down, collapsing. You got a left guard coming around, looking for work in Matthew McCoy, and a back finding space, running tough behind his pads. That's old school power football right there. Miami is showing they can do it in many different ways.
9 plays, 75 yards, 4 minutes and 21 seconds. And the U has been outstanding. How about drives of 90, 74, 68, 71, and 75, 35-3. Mark Flesher's got 2 touchdowns, 86 yards rushing on 11 carries for Miami as they lead at 35-3. We can't do that without a great offensive line, which Miami certainly has, Ty.
No question about it. Mario Cristobal, when he was at Oregon, he changed the future and fortunes of that program by changing the offensive line, how they looked and how they played. Now he's replicating that here in South Florida. He's changed the type of athletes they're recruiting. And I can tell you one thing right now, Maddie, he respects the trenches.
Absolutely. Mario Cristobal told me he thinks Miami has the best offensive line coach in the nation in Alex Mirabal. Get this, guys. The two met freshman year of high school at their first football practice. Mirabal said he was short, not very athletic, but trying to be an offensive lineman, while Cristobal was a thin tight end. Cristobal's grandfather gave Mirabal a ride home after that practice, and now, years later, here they are coaching back in Miami together. Mirabal came to the U after spending the previous 4 seasons on Cristobal's staff at Oregon, where that offensive line was the driving force for the Ducks' success, and now he's doing it here with the Hurricanes as well.
Yeah, great stuff, guys. You're absolutely right. And, you know, when Coach Cristobal comes back here, you know, just under 4 years ago, trying to turn this thing around as Bethune-Cookman with Johnson on the carry. You know, I always say it means a little bit more when you go back to your alma mater, right? I mean, he wanted this place to be successful so bad because that's what it was like when he was here. And I asked him what the difference was in the players that he played with back in the day and what he's trying to bring back here. He said those guys couldn't live without football. Like, nothing would get in the way of them coming out and being their absolute best week in and week out.
And it's in this day of the portal and NIL, if you don't love the game, you're going to get exposed. Your teammates, you can't lie to your teammates or the staff. And so the teams, the programs that can consistently find the guys who love the game, they will single themselves out and be at the cream of the crop year in and year out.
Johnson again, taken down for a loss in the backfield by Keontae Scott, who's had a really good night for Miami.
And to continue to point, I've talked to coaches, that's the hardest thing to do, is to find guys that love the game today. As you see the intensity. Yep. Miami is a one-gap defense. They want to play on the other end of the line of scrimmage. They want to get up the field and force negative plays, and that's what you saw from Scott right there.
Coach Heatherman's defense giving up just 3 points tonight, 96 total yards. Bethune-Cookman 0 for 4 on 3rd down in this one.
And listen, I'm going to say this about Bethune-Cookman's offensive line. They have not been overwhelmed today in the pass rush. There's been some pressure, but they haven't been overwhelmed, and I think that's pretty good.
Well, a little bit of time there for McClain. Yep. The pass is caught. He's got it right at the 35-yard line. Lorenzo Jenkins, for the first time tonight, it's going to be a 1st down.
I'm just telling you, Timmy McClain is the guy. and so right now you're sitting win from the pocket. We saw his legs. Look at him step up and throw tight window, very tight coverage. I like the physicality at the catch point and how Jenkins worked back to the football. You saw a little bit of everything right there.
How about the best throw of the night there for Timmy McClain, because he got pressure, he got hit right as he threw. He stuck in there and was on time to Jenkins.
Yeah, that's a big league play. Well, how about the time, though? Excuse me. The time, though. The offensive line gave him time.
Correct. Now it's a give once again for Johnson, and flags come flying in all over the place here. Face mask as Marquis Johnson, who ran for 76 yards last week and a loss to FIU. They're going to tack on some more here, and they're going to get into Miami territory.
So what's been the theme today?
Face mask, defense, 15-yard penalty, automatic 1st down.
Intensity.
Right.
The offense came out in the second half, and you see there's the face mask, obvious call there.
The foul was on number 10. Number 10.
But you saw the offense come out with that same intensity to start the second half. I'm looking defensively now. Is the intensity there? And I guarantee I'm not the only one watching like a hawk. Mario Cristobal, Corey Heatherman, they're watching too.
There's Papo Aguirre on the face mask call there, number 10. Junior linebacker.
We talked about don't look at the scoreboard if you're Bethune-Cookman. Well, don't look at the scoreboard if you're Miami as well.
Right. Again, Johnson. The one thing, though, about that intensity, too, and you know this because you played, Penn State, 12 years, the NFL, defensive tackle, defensive end. You got to go after it, especially in practice. And Cristobal told us, he says, Tuesdays are bloody and Wednesdays are wicked, right? Because if you don't hit and you don't tackle and you don't go after it in practice, what are you going to do when you got to go up against the real competition? We've seen it.
That's exactly right.
You know how different it is
100%.
when you play.
And then also, he talked about when he played, how rough it was in practice, but when it got to the game, it was a cakewalk. That's when you get into the next level of the program. When your practices are tougher than the games, then you know you made it, and that's what they're building here slowly.
2nd down and 9 for Bethune-Cookman, just outside the Miami 40. The pass is caught by Ross, spinning, and then getting gang tackled after about a gain of 5.
Yeah, they've had some success with these bubble screens. You got man on man on the outside, and if you can get some receivers to make blocks, and then you get a guy like Ross in the open field, make someone miss, you can get a big play. As you saw, you see the numbers there from Ross. He was spectacular last week. I mean, they've really found an excellent receiver. He's best in the slot where he will not get bump and run coverage. They can see they got to play off because he's backed off the line of scrimmage as a slot player. You can move him and really take advantage of what he does best.
Yeah, he was their top receiver last week, and he is again this week, although they're, keeping him in check with just 22 total yards and 4 carries. Here comes the blitz, and it's incomplete on 3rd down and 4. And Akeem Mesidor was in there, and a flag is down once again. There's Jacoby Thomas as well.
This is against Miami. It's going to be a 1st down.
Holding. Defense. Number 24. 10-yard penalty, automatic 1st down.
I just think, excuse me, Mike, just think of how clean they played in the 1st half.
Right.
I'm telling you right now, this is going to be an opportunity to get some really hard coaching for these defensive players. Let's see if we can see who got handsy down the bottom. Yeah, yep, there you go, right there.
Now, Ethan O'Connor, so they got there 24.
Yep. Transfer from Washington State. He's trying, he read the play all the way, and he's trying to beat the block, but he's grabbing the receiver before he has the football, and that is a foul.
Now it's Rodriguez here for Bethune-Cookman, and David Blay says, I don't think so, as he makes the play for Miami, among others. But you're right, there's going to be some things that they're going to talk about at the end of this game. And Miami coaching staff, they got 4 penalties for 50 yards. You do that in a closer game, and that's not great. So
it's just concentration. Yep. That's all it is.
Well, and unfortunately, they had the ejection earlier, too, with Wesley Bassett on that targeting call. That was a close one, but it was targeting. So Bassett, 31, the senior linebacker, has missed the entire game, and that was on the 3rd play of the game, too, and they lost him.
The good news is he won't have to miss any time next week because he was ejected in the 1st half this week.
Second down here for Bethune-Cookman. 2nd and 10, coming up on 5 minutes to play in the 3rd. McClain going sideline. He wanted Malik Huggins that time. And coverage is there from Damari Brown. And Ty, we were talking with members of the Miami staff here. They said that this secondary has been revamped. That was a big thing that Coach Cristobal was upset about the secondary last year. They got a lot of new guys on this group now.
No question, but at that time they were beat. I'm just telling you right now, the defender got beat. That was Jordan Lyle, if I'm not mistaken, or excuse me, that was Damari Brown. He got beat by Huggins. If that ball is kept inbounds and let a little bit inside, I think the band's playing because it's a touchdown.
3rd down and 10. McClain is sacked and the ball is out, and Miami has recovered. And as David Chase Smith recovers the football, and it was hit by Reuben Bain Jr.
The fumble recovered by Miami.
First turnover for either team tonight. The sack, the fumble, and the recovery by the Hurricanes.
Media timeout.
So listen, I'm going to show you anatomy of a sack here. We got these two guys being blocked by these four guys. 4 against 2 should be advantage. Offense, run it. The problem is, freeze it, there's a double team on this side, but there's no double team on the left side. That leaves one-on-one Trey Hammond against Ruben Bain because the back went inside, let it roll. He turns the corner, gets the football out, turnover Canes. If you're going to double, go ahead and double. If not, get the back out quick and let him be an outlet for that pressure.
Great job, Ty. And the combination there, as Miami is back on offense, the combination that time of Ruben Bain and then Mohamed Touré, who was in there as well to help strip it, and then it was recovered by Chase Smith. And a new quarterback now in the ball game here for Miami. Emory Williams is in, the sophomore. We've got the flag down. We'll get that call. So a lot going on here in the last couple plays.
Yeah, and like you said, Touré, who's got a family, athletic family, Kamiko, his cousin, who...
Personal foul. Targeting, defense, number 24. The previous play is under further review.
Okay, so Jordan Johnson is the one that's called for that. We'll take a look at it in a moment. Let's get down to Madison. This defense, right, for Miami, revamped and really doing a great job early in this season. And we'll hear from her when we return with more after this. Stay tuned. Back in Miami, there's Jordan Johnson, was called for targeting. It was upheld during the break, and he is disqualified. And he's going to miss the first half of the next game, too.
Yeah, unlike the goal against Wesley Bethune, this one's easy. Comes in late, which I love. Get a hit, but keep your eyes up. See your prize. Keep your eyes on your prize. That's a very dangerous play, not just for the runner, but him as well.
So now Miami is in Bethune-Cookman territory just across midfield. The pass is caught from Joshua Moore from Emory Williams. Steven Sparrow on the tackle for Bethune-Cookman. It's 3 yards shy of a first.
Emory Williams going with some tempo here, trying to get him lathered up and get him comfortable.
Chris Wheatley-Humphrey is in the backfield, the running back, the true freshman, and he takes the ball and gets inside the 40 for a Miami first down. Antoine Watson, another tackle for the Wildcats.
So what Shannon Dawson, the offensive coordinator, is looking for here is, can the operation be just as smooth with our backup quarterback? He doesn't need him to come in and dazzle with any numbers or anything like that, but can you manage this situation as smoothly as Carson Beck did?
Sophomore Williams, you see it, 8 games there. 4 touchdown passes, over 600 yards passing for Miami. 1st and 10. Play fake, taking a shot for the end zone. Broken up. And it was Gabe White that time that made the play. And they wanted Joshua Moore. Excellent play from White.
Yeah, I like this play by White. Again, big part of it is not panicking. Watch him stay confident on the hip of the receiver. He's right there all the way, puts his hand up, doesn't hit it. And you can make the argument that, whoa, you know, Joshua Moore could have made that catch, but he made it hard. So often it's your position that has to make the throw perfect and the catch perfect, and right there the Hurricanes couldn't get it done.
Young talent for White. He was at Butler Junior College in 2023, then Abilene Christian last year. Only played 4 games, was able to redshirt, makes the play there. Timmy Gully on the tackle on this sequence.
Arkansas State transfer. Timothy Gully gets himself a TFL. Nice job of getting upfield into the crack and making that play all by himself.
We were told we'd see Chris Wheatley-Humphrey today. Also Gerard Pringle Jr., 22, is a true freshman running back. Probably time for them now.
Yeah, they like their young backs and they're very talented. They want to get them some experience in a game like this. This is very invaluable and it's very important to these coaches.
3rd and long here from Miami. They have not been all night. Williams gets it out quickly. The catch is made here by Ray Joseph. And he's going to be shy of the 1st down as Jalen Lewis makes the tackle. What do you do here, Ty? Stay on the field, right?
I think you do. And just understand this. You've got some backup offensive linemen in the game as well. And so, you know, you want to see what you got. And the only way you can do that is under game conditions. So put it on them.
So it's 4th down and 4 here for the Hurricanes from the 32. First 4th down attempt for either team tonight. We're under 3 minutes to go in the 3rd. Williams pass over the middle. It's incomplete. It was Gilbert who had it, but then Lewis knocked it out there for Bethune-Cookman, and they're going to take over on downs.
Yeah, Luka Gilbert is an outstanding young prospect, the tight end position, 6'7", with all that size, runs a great route, catches the football, and then gets laid down and laid out. And this is all legal, folks. Nothing there is targeting. That's just 2 guys coming together to dislodge the ball. That's outstanding defense.
And with 2:46 to go in the 3rd, it's 35-3 Miami. And how about one of the all-time greats, Michael Irvin? He's down on the field with Madison.
Yeah, Mike, a guy that doesn't need an introduction here in Miami, or in the NFL, that is. Miami and NFL legend Michael Irvin joining me. Michael, back-to-back weeks where you've been on the sidelines here at the U. Why was it important for you to attend this game?
Well, first of all, you know, we ask a lot of these young men. We ask that they come out, they play hard, and it's our job to be here showing that kind of support. I'm glad and happy with the crowd that came out for Bethune-Cookman, because the more people come, the more they start believing, everybody believes that this is a championship team, and they need to see that.
Looking back at the Notre Dame game, we saw you on the sidelines getting really hyped with wide receiver C.J. Daniels. He has 2 touchdowns in this game already. What do you make of the type of player that C.J. Daniels is?
You can watch, just watching on the field, you see that confidence skyrocketing, just skyrocketing. He's a phenomenal athlete. He's been able to just make those kinds of plays. Now you put that phenomenal athleticism with being smart and learning how to play the game, he will be incredible. This team, we had Cam Ward, and Cam Ward, thank God, did such great things. But this is a very balanced team. We can run and we can pass, and I think that'll carry us deep into this year's playoffs.
What do you make of the job Carson Beck has done for Miami so far?
I love the job he's done. He's come in, showed leadership. He's played in big games. The thing that I love about him most, one of the things I should say I love about him most, is that he understands he was coming here to a school with such tradition. When he first signed, he had some people that reached out to me, you know, and let me know. I was like, oh, I appreciate that. I appreciate you reaching out, because it says, well, I understand what I'm a part of, and I'm going to give it my all. And he has done that.
And you speak to just the tradition here at Miami. That was a huge reason why head coach Mario Cristobal wanted to come back. He said he didn't want to come back just because he's a Miami native. He wanted to come back to lead this University of Miami program. How do you think he's done so far?
Man, that's our coach. I can show you my text messages. I send them. I told him, man, we're just so blessed to have you, coach. We love you, man. And in order to do what he is doing, you got to have this in your blood. It's what you eat, it's what you sleep, it's how you do everything. And he's definitely has it in his blood. That's the only way we're going to get, not back to where we were, but back to where we belong, or going to get where we belong. It's not about them, you being back. It's about recognizing these young men's potential and getting them to their best them, reaching down inside their kids and trying to pull out their kings so they can be champions.
So is Miami back?
We will be back in the playoff this year, and then we'll determine later if we're going to be back taking championships.
All right, I love it. You heard it here first, guys. Michael Irvin joining me.
We're going to take on the ACC first, though. Don't worry about that.
Don't get it twisted, guys.
That's great stuff. Thanks, Madison. Thanks, Michael Irvin, the Pro Football Hall of Famer, class of 2007, over 11,000 career receiving yards. But this whole career with the Cowboys, right? 88 to 99. 5-time Pro Bowl selection and a 3-time Super Bowl champion.
I'm fired up. I'm knocking Lee over. I spot her, man. I mean, shoot. Can I go play, Coach? I mean, the way my knee feels, I probably should just stay right up here next to you.
Ray Joseph on the return here from Miami. Look, I mean, the people were excited, right? I mean, get off to a great start last week, knocking off Notre Dame at home. And then you do this here tonight with Carson Beck. You heard Irvin talking about him. Ty, he's 22 of 24 tonight for 267 and 2 touchdowns.
And let's remember, he didn't get here until January, and he didn't participate in spring ball. How does he have this sort of camaraderie and understanding with his wide receivers? And we talked to the staff about that. And you know who they credited? Emory Williams, the backup quarterback. They said Emory Williams embraced him. And so that, when their teammates saw Emory Williams as a backup who was maybe going to be the starter if Carson doesn't show up, when they saw Emory Williams embrace him and bring him into the fold, that made it so much easier for everybody else to rally around Carson Beck, made his job easy. So again, the team building, the camaraderie. People think football is just X's and O's. No, it's a people business. You saw the intensity from the legend Michael Irvin. It's about people. It's about making people feel good about themselves. It's about challenging them in a positive way, but also loving them up. And that's what they got going down here in South Florida.
Yeah, it's good stuff. I mean, it's really, you're absolutely right. And it happens well before you step on the field, which is, the off season. And, Beck, who comes from Georgia, who is a champion, who's won 2 national championships there as a backup, and now is trying to win one here as a starter for Miami. And they're off to a phenomenal start. We finished 3 quarters of play from Miami Gardens. 35-3 Hurricanes. Back with a 4th after this. Week 2 college football here from South Florida, and look at this, top 10 for week 2. Ty, a lot of crazy stuff going on. We're going to get to that. Not so much here, but if you look at some other games later on, most of the top 10 so far in college football. Let's take a look here with Miami and Emory Williams, and a pass here for Nye Carr for his first catch of his career, the redshirt freshman on the grab.
Nice job of running the DB off, working his way back to the quarterback.
I'll tell you this.
Hey.
South Florida today, 18. Number 13, Florida, 60.
Talked about the intensity. Do you think Florida came out with the type of intensity it took to win a ball game like that? I don't think so.
Pass is caught from Brock's shot for Miami. Well, here's the thing. The Bulls were an 18.5-point underdog. They get it done with a 20-yard walk-off field goal. And look at this. I mean, Miami, they're going to play these two teams next. They got South Florida, and then they have Florida.
Well, I'll tell you right now, they're not going to sleep on South Florida anymore. I mean, Alex Golesh has it going down in the Tampa Bay area. I live down there, and they've got a new stadium coming in 2026. Look out here.
Off to the races, Gerard Pringle Jr. for the touchdown for Miami.
So clearly it doesn't matter if it's the first team offensive line or the second team offensive line. We're going to get a hat on a hat, and it's going to be like Velcro. They won't be able to get off. That will be the easiest touchdown you get all year, Mr. Pringle Jr. Celebrate it.
That's a 30-yard touchdown run. And another long, sustained drive by Miami. 69 yards this time for the score. I shouldn't say long. I mean, 5 plays in a minute and 57 seconds, but they've had a great job. And now Will Rocha is going to kick this extra point here for Miami, which he knocks through. 42-3. Hurricanes getting it done in week 2 and well on their way to 2-0. All Miami tonight, 42-3 here. Fourth quarter just underway, 13:52 remaining. We talk about the Florida programs here and what they've done versus in-state competition. Miami has led the way. It's going to be 104 wins after this one is all said and done. And, Florida with that loss today, Ty, I mean, it's going to be a tough road for them moving forward. Our College Game Day crew mentioned it this morning. They've got the toughest remaining schedule this year. Think about who they got coming up. Number 3, LSU. Number 5, Miami in a couple weeks. Number 7, Texas. Number 19, Texas A&M. Then they got unranked Mississippi State. And then they got number 4, Georgia.
They got a Kansas City Chiefs, too? I mean, my goodness. I mean,
that's unreal.
Yeah, listen, you got to take care of business every opportunity you get. And I know we talked about the big 3. I would just say big 3.5. I'm just telling you, USF is coming. And people need to start respecting what's going down in Tampa. It's a poor man's hotbed recruiting. And with those programs, if you can dominate the state, James Franklin at my alma mater talks about dominating the state of Pennsylvania. If you can find a way to dominate the state of Florida, that will carry you to a national championship. There's no question about it.
Well, think about what happened years ago, right, with UCF as well, too. And now Scott Frost back at the helm where he was, and they were so dominant years ago at UCF. And I look at USF as kind of a sleeping giant there, right? They got that new stadium that's being built on campus.
Yep.
They play at Raymond James right now, but that's going to be really fun for them. Another couple of years, I think that's going to be ready as Bethune-Cookman is back on offense here down. And the catch is made for a first down across the 35-yard line here, and that's Kamani Robinson. Let's check back in with Madison.
And guys, I'll tell you, as you're talking about the success that USF has had, especially today over Florida, I covered head coach Alex Golish whenever I was in Knoxville, and I'll tell you, his attention to detail is unparalleled. That's exactly what Tennessee head coach Josh Heupel would praise about his then offensive coordinator, saying he was ready for a head coaching job back when he was at Tennessee, and now he's having a lot of early success there in South Florida.
Now, first of all, Mike, did you hear her work their volunteers? She gonna work her volunteers into the broadcast.
You know I had to do it. I'm sorry, guys. I had to.
No, but to your point, it's well made. I had them twice last week, and I was so impressed. Last year, excuse me. I was so impressed with how that program is being run. Discipline. They believe in hard work. I mean, obviously, all the things that everybody believes in. But when you watch them practice and you watch them play, that's what you're getting. And so, yeah, I mean, I'm not shocked at all about this, and I just think that they're a team that's coming in the future.
I mean, that's an incredible win to go on the road in the swamp, right, against the top 15 team.
Yep.
And come out of there with a win. Field goal at the end, 18-16. USF over Florida today.
And to your point with that schedule, that situation is just going to get hotter and hotter for Billy Napier.
Robinson again for the Wildcats.
But let's face it, look, Florida is one of the brands in college football, and they have a rich tradition of outstanding players and winning teams. And so, people look to Florida as being a standard bearer in that state. I mean, they're the University of Florida.
They just got that new outstanding facility for all athletics too at Florida as well that they were building for a while. It's opened up, and that's what they needed too, because they were a little behind there in terms of that kind of stuff. But obviously the talent and the money and all that's there as well. Here goes Cam Ransom on the run. The quarterback for Bethune-Cookman as he slides inside of the 20, mark down where you start your slide at the 22, but a great job there by Ransom.
And that's the thing Ransom can do equally or maybe even better than McClain. Watch this dynamic athlete in space. No chance here. Forget about it. No touch. This guy is terrific, and when you get him in conference, can you believe what kind of pressure these two quarterbacks are going to put on people? And then another guy we haven't seen is the FIU transfer, Amari Jones.
Right.
The third quarterback, who they think may challenge to be the starter eventually this year.
Just over 11 minutes to go here in this contest. And on the ground, getting a good run here is once again Robinson. Kellen Wiley Jr. on the tackle, the freshman linebacker for Miami.
So what we're seeing now are backup players on the defense not quite adhering to the standard. And that's just going to give plenty of fuel, coaching fuel for this staff to turn the heat up, which you need to continuously do as you go along this season to get to where you want to go. So the coaches are loving the opportunity to coach these guys up. Believe me when I tell you that.
Coach Woody's group now is at the 6 with first down and goal. Maybe the first touchdown of the season here. We'll see. And they're going to stop them there. And remember, this is their 8th quarter of the year. They lost last week 42-9 at FIU. Again, Robinson on the carry. Had 3 field goals thanks to Juan Dominguez, and now trying to get into the end zone for the first time this season.
Yeah, I think you got to find a way to get Cam Ransom in some sort of run pass option on the perimeter of the defense, starting off with a play fake. Just get the eyes looking in the other direction and getting him one-on-one in the open space. You've seen what he can do, but also give him an option to throw the football if the heat's coming fast.
Ransom from the shotgun. Robinson, and held up again.
Yeah, I don't really get it. I mean, you know it's going to be tough sledding inside against this stout defense. Why not keep it in the best athlete on your team's hands and allow him come out that side? I mean, it looked to be some sort of read option type, but it was like a token look because he wasn't reading anything on that defense. He just handed it off.
Yeah, take a couple shots at the end zone, right?
Why not?
What do you have to lose at this point?
Looking for your first one.
Yeah. 3rd downs tonight.
And the other, excuse me, I apologize for stumbling over, but the other point is that it might be 4th down situation, though, Mike. I mean, you're not looking to get another field goal if you can.
Well, and to your point about the intensity, you saw Corey Heatherman there on the sideline right there, the defensive coordinator. He is not letting up. They're like, timeout. Let's get settled here. We're not giving up a touchdown. I mean, you could just see it in his face. 1 for 7 on 3rd down is Bethune-Cookman today. Miami is 3 of 4. By the way, they hadn't had a lot of 3rd downs. They didn't need it because they were scoring and making plays on 1st and 2nd today. But I'm with you. You play it to the end because it's the mindset, right? Then when you get in a game that's close, if you just no, 60 minutes.
I mean, what do you got to lose? Literally. I mean, there's nothing to lose by being aggressive here. And you're looking also to create some positive moments in the meeting room. I mean, there's going to be a lot to look down at your feet at if you're Bethune-Cookman, let's be honest. But they've had some moments they can feel good about. And so I think this is a 4-down situation. Maybe that's why they ran the dive, to see if they can pop one. We'll see.
8th play of the drive coming here for Bethune-Cookman. Ransom shotgun, Robinson to his left. Pressure, flushed him out of the pocket. On the run. Takes it out of bounds, and it's going to set up 4th down and goal here now.
Imagine if they'd done that on 2nd down.
Right.
So then you'd have 3rd and goal from the 4 or from the 3. A little bit different situation, right? So definitely going for it.
What do you want to see here? What do you think?
Well, first of all, that rush looked menacing, even though you rushed 3. So that's a problem. Can we get protection for our quarterback? If they only rush 3, there's no excuse to allow that quick a pressure. If they continue again to rush 3, they're going to flood this end zone with a lot of guys. But he should have time. Go ahead and read it out, but get him on the move so he can have the option. They're 4-down line now.
And a timeout, Bethune-Cookman.
Prior to the snap, timeout, Bethune-Cookman. Their first of the half. 30 seconds.
Now you heard Madison earlier talk about the relationship between Coach Woody and Coach Cristobal when they were back at Oregon back in 2017, coaching together, and they got that program on the rise. And that's what Coach Cristobal had told us this past week when we talked to him about, you know, the message out there is like, they did that at Oregon, you know, when Cristobal was there. Now he's trying to do that back here in Miami. I mean, they were a 4-8 team at Oregon, and he brought them into like a national power. And then all of a sudden now, you know, here in Miami, been down for a little while, right? Coming back, and all of a sudden 10 wins a year ago. You're going to be off to 2-0 start this year with a win over number 6 Notre Dame. Like, maybe this is the year here now.
And this is what you want to see over a 4-year period. Does the new coach get this thing trending upwards? Because now you're starting to put your recruited players in the system and developing them. It's one thing to recruit guys. It's a whole nother thing to develop the talent that you recruited. And that's what I'm seeing here. I'm seeing Miami get the talented guys and then develop them.
4th down and goal for Bethune-Cookman. Ransom, pressure, he gets away to the end zone. It is intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Fitzgerald, the true freshman defensive back.
What a play by Fitz. My goodness.
The on the field is an interception by Miami. 1st down.
Watch this defensive player lay out. The freshman makes a play for the U. Still only 3 points scored by Bethune-Cookman.
Welcome back to Hard Rock Stadium, where it's all Miami in this one, 42-3 Canes. In this new college football era, building trust and camaraderie is huge when the roster is changing often. Mario Cristobal and his staff, they keep their players busy, that's for sure. During the first 3 weeks on campus, Cristobal has his players bowling, going to water parks together. He told us that's his personal favorite. They go deep sea fishing, they play paintball, they go to all-you-can-eat dinners. The reason is, Cristobal told me, he recognizes that the first 3 weeks on campus is just so important for freshmen to feel like they belong and are a part of the program. He said, think about it. We recruit these guys so hard. They get here, then we hit the road recruiting again, so he wants his players to be able to connect off the field and just create a brotherhood.
Well, it's a really good point, Madison, and he was very, when we asked him about that yesterday, because that is key, right? I mean, you talked about it too, Ty. You don't just come out here and then start playing with your teammates and you feel like you're connected. It's got to start off the field, and for them to do all those different things, because there's a million things you can do here in Miami, and it's worked out pretty well for them.
Yeah, it's the ultimate team sport, and what you want to do is you want to create a situation where guys are playing for the other guys, not just for themselves. And when things get tough, that's the sort of thing that'll get you through. Nice job of running there.
Yeah, Chris Wheatley, Humphrey on the carry, and then like Madison was saying too, some of the different things that they did, right? The water parks, the paintball, deep sea fishing, escape room, the chop house, speedboat, going over to Coach's house. I mean, if you were doing all that stuff when you first arrived here, you'd be like, this is the best place ever, you know what I mean? And then you go out there and you have fun with your team, and overthrown here on the pass over the middle. It's on from Emory Williams, looking for Joshua Moore. Coach Cristobal has got something going here, and you talked about offensive coordinator Shannon Dawson, what they're doing offensively, and then the intensity on defense from Corey Heatherman that he's picked up. The depth that this team has, I think, as well, too, Ty, that's going to prove to be something that is going to be tough for other teams to face, I think, as well. And once again, Wheatley Humphrey. First down in the Bethune-Cookman territory.
Chris Wheatley Humphrey has been impressive. I mean, clearly he's a guy that is not looking to go down easily. He's going to run his feet on contact, and you've better bring your arms, wrap up, grab cloth, and drive your feet if you want to get him down. Good, tough runner.
There's Coach Dawson. First down with 6.5 to go here in the contest. Giving the freshman a lot of work here, late stages of this game. Miami's over 500 total yards of offense now in this game, and they've averaged 8.6 yards per play.
Well, the numbers are getting staggering, no doubt.
Williams, catch is made from Dalen Upshaw.
Yeah, Dalen's got to go the other way. You're playing against zone coverage. Recognize the coverage, grab the football, and get right upfield. He's looking for the home run, and that's, again, this is the sort of things that you learn as a young player, inexperienced player. That's why this tape's going to be valuable for both of these teams.
Gerard Pringle Jr. is back in now, running back 22, the other true freshman. He's played a little bit here tonight. 2 carries, 36 yards. He's got the touchdown from 30 yards out. 3rd and 5 as he goes in motion. They swing it out quickly here once again for Upshaw, and he's got a first down down the sideline. Run out by Steven Sparrow Jr.
Well, some fresh legs for Miami, and they want to come out and uphold the standard, and I don't blame them. And there's some tired defensive football players out there for the Wildcats, just true, giving all they got, but the legs are getting heavy.
Tell you what, I mean, getting a job done tonight and doing it the way they've done it, and then I think with USF and that big win over Florida today, that's going to really put them on notice. So they're going to go into that game, same mental, fortitude. We've got to really play hard in this game. As Williams gets in trouble, it's picked up by the offensive lineman there, SJ Alofaituli, and Keon Clark was the one that stripped it out.
Now, Alofaituli had big eyes. He thought he was going to score on that one. I'm just telling you right now. First, let's take a look at the sack caused fumble. Holding the ball, that's a really good job of getting a late pressure. And then, boy, look how quick he transitioned from blocking giving up the sack. I think that's him that gave up the sack. Oh, yeah, you better grab the ball and go. That's right. That's the best you can do right now. Go be a fullback. Now, don't run the darkness now. I want you to cut off your outside foot and get grass. So he's got some learning to do, but boy, that was a quick transition from blocking to running.
Well, if they need a fullback, right?
Right.
S.J. Alofai-Tuli, true freshman, ESPN 5-star recruit out of Las Vegas. Plays center or guard, and he saved the Canes on that one there. We've got a review. We'll be back. 42-3 Miami. All right, back to the last sequence here with Emory Williams, the quarterback for Miami, Ty.
So what we're looking at here is if his hand's going forward, then that would have been a pass, and this would have been an illegal touching because an offensive lineman can't be the first one to touch a forward pass. They ruled that it was a fumble, and so therefore it was a legal run by the guard trying to get a touchdown from far back. No chance, right? Now
Nice catch here on the outside from Brock's shot, and it's going to be a first down for Miami. Madison, we kind of heard all about that. I was looking at it and saying it's a tuck rule, from last night at our dinner with Todd.
Now why are you bringing up stuff like that? See, the tuck rule, Tom Brady should have never been in the Super Bowl against my Rams. Let me just say that to the audience. He should have never been there. The Raiders legitimately beat them. The tuck rule saved them. And then Spygate happened, and Tom Brady became the greatest quarterback of all time. Thank you for bringing it up. I'm over it, though. I mean, you can tell I'm over it. It's not a big deal to me anymore.
Madison, is he really over it?
I don't know. Can you hear me? Okay, Here we go. I wanted to chime in there because I thought we were going to get just another lecture on the tuck rule. Our dinner last night turned into like a 3-hour dinner. I'm sitting there just trying to enjoy my salmon and French fries, and then I got this full lecture on Tom Brady, the Super Bowl, yada, yada, yada.
Okay,
Definitely increased my IQ, right? But Tyoka, you did tell us, I think you're over it. Are you?
Yes, I am.
Doesn't sound like it.
And I didn't want to bring this up, Madison, but the way you ordered the chips and dip was ridiculous.
We had to ask for extra chips. Hey, I'm a hungry girl. I'm hungry right now as well.
We needed more guacamole is what we needed. We had like 4 plates of chips last night.
Oh, my goodness.
That was great. Miami here with a 42-3 lead at 2:37 and ticking left in this contest. Former Penn State and NFL veteran Tyoka Jackson, along with Madison Hawk on the sidelines. I'm Mike Corey. Thanks so much for being with us here tonight. Big thanks to our spotter, Lee Torban, our statistician, Matt Siegel. Guys, always great to be with you. Our stage manager, Jenna Brodsky. Our producer tonight, Scott Ferrier, with our director, Scott Hecht. And Forrest Denker, our technical director. Our friend Jay Levy and AD and Ryan Brown and Jerome Graham. Graphics. Drop pass here by Owen Ruskovich, the sophomore tight end. And it's going to be 4th down for Miami with 2 minutes left in this one. We will be back. 2-minute timeout here from Miami Gardens.
2-minute timeout.
Back in Miami on this Saturday night, 2 minutes to go, with the Hurricanes on their way to 2-0. 42-3. And 4th down and 10. Field goal unit is on. Bert Auburn will attempt this one. 31-yard attempt. And it's 45-3 now, Miami.
Is your backup kicker getting some action?
Yes. Well, that was a really big competition there with Davis and Auburn. And Davis, who had kicked the 2 field goals last week, including the game winner, right? Then all of a sudden, Auburn's been in here tonight. A couple extra points, now field goal, and boy, you got 2 great kickers too.
Yeah, you're trying to create a bunch of competition. You see Reggie Theus right there, right?
Right, who's the athletic director and the head basketball coach at Bethune-Cookman. These are greats in the NBA.
That dude was a bucket getter, man.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
Over 19,000 career points, 13 NBA seasons for Reggie Theus, 5 different franchises, Athletic Hall of Fame at UNLV, and now with multiple roles at Bethune-Cookman. I'm not quite sure how you do that, AD and basketball coach. Yeah, that's a lot.
Wearing a lot of hats, but he wore a lot of hats when he played, too.
Right.
And the guy was silky smooth from the mid-range, could take it to the cup. Wasn't the greatest defensive player, but, man, like I said, he could get buckets now. One of the Kings' all-time great basketball players.
Miami's offense here tonight with this 45-3 lead. Again, you're going to go look back, I mean, to the Notre Dame game, and then in this game, they've now scored in 9 of their last 11 drives.
That's big time. But just as important to me is the lack of turnovers. Remember, Notre Dame was best in the country in creating turnovers last year. They have an outstanding defense. Notre Dame won't lose very much, if at all, again, the rest of the year.
Right.
But to do what they did offensively against Notre Dame without turning the ball over, and they threw the football around a little bit. Nobody put it on the ground, and I thought that was one of the big keys to winning that game.
1st and 10, Bethune-Cookman. Less than 2 minutes to go in the contest. Ransom is in at quarterback. They go on the ground to Robinson. More thanks to the rest of our crew here tonight. Audio, Christian Lopez, James Clack, Kevin Thomas, Kurt Hagstrom. Thanks, guys. Jason Howard, our video and also engineer on the crew. Michael Baer and Dan Russell with the replays. Thanks to our great camera crew here tonight from Miami. Chris Friedhoff, David Haggerty, Jonathan Hill, Andy Anderson, Hugo Munoz, and Mikey Atlas. Thanks, guys. Keeper, Ransom, up close to the 30-yard line.
Well, I've been watching this number 12, Marquise Lightfoot. Man, that kid can run now. 6'5", 230 pounds as an edge guy. He's going to grow into that body. But one thing he's got, he's twitchy. Number 12 at the bottom of your screen, you'll see him playing that right edge. He can get off the ball. Look at my boy D. Lou right there, getting his troops going. Damian Lewis, my former teammate, the St. Louis Rams.
There you go.
Got an outstanding staff, that defensive line staff. They've got just all-pro Hall of Fame guys coming through and teaching these people up.
What do you have for a message with Miami? You think that Cristobal and the staff will be saying to this team after this game?
Well, I think you got to compliment them on how they started this game on both sides of the football. They came out and executed with the intensity that they needed to play with. That's the standard. They're creating the standard. As you see, the jump off of the ball was not snapped, and so he's able to get back. No offensive lineman move. What you got to do is you got to move this offensive lineman, then you'll get the offsides. But back to your question, though, the intensity they started the game off with on both sides of the football and in special teams, they got to be happy about. The second half, the defense began to slip a little bit as they begin to substitute, and I think there'll be opportunities to create competitions with the 2s and 3s to get better, and that's what you're looking for as a coaching staff.
And I guess maybe penalties. You had 4 for 50 yards tonight.
That's not horrible, but it's going to be opportunities to teach up, though, especially on one of those pass interference where you just had a guy get too handsy in a situation who's in great position.
It's over here tonight from Miami Gardens. Miami beats Bethune-Cookman 45-3, the final, and the friends Mario Cristobal and Raymond Woody embrace and shake hands. And the 8th straight win here at Hard Rock Stadium for Miami. That's the longest streak since 2003. You see it averaging 45 points a game. How about allowing only 16 on average as well?
Yeah, that's outstanding. And this is, again, how the U became the U. They dominated at home. You were not going to come in the Orange Bowl and think you were going to get a win. It is very early in this streak, but 8 straight is a good streak. Didn't lose a game at home last year, haven't lost a game at home in this young season.
Carson Beck, 22 of 24, number 11 for the Canes, 267 yards and 2 touchdowns following up the performance last week against Notre Dame. And boy, do they have the quarterback situation secured as well from last year, number 1 pick. And now Carson Beck, after those years at Georgia, doing what he's done here so far. And let's get back down to Madison, who's with Coach Cristobal.
Coach, I just saw you embrace Wildcats head coach Raymond Woody, somebody that you used to coach with. What did you tell him?
He's a great man. He was always just a very a great colleague, was a great coach, great person, was always unbelievable with my kids, and it's something I've never forgotten. So wishing him the best. He's got a good football team, and they're going to have a good season.
You told us earlier this week that you really wanted to control the tempo from the start. How do you think your team did that?
We were very efficient on offense. We scored just about every time. Now, they held the ball and they were snapping it with a low count on the shot clock. And you know what? We were trying to really develop the other part of our roster, the guys that were sitting in reserve roles. Some guys showed up, did a good job. Some other guys have some work to do.
And your defense fought all night to keep the Wildcats out of the end zone, and then they are in the fourth quarter coming up with the red zone interception. How talented is your defensive unit?
I mean, we have good talent. In some areas we have elite talent, but we're not where we want to be yet. We're developing. We're working our butts off. We have some unbelievable opportunities coming up, starting with next week. So, solid performance tonight. Back to work.
Coach, thanks. Enjoy this one.
Thank you. Go Canes.
Mike.
All right, thanks, Madison. Great job tonight. Thanks, Coach Cristobal. And Miami, yeah, I mean, that's what he's going to preach, right? I mean, it's off to a great start. A lot to do. And you got South Florida next week, who just beat Florida today.
There's no question. The challenges are going to get bigger. I expect this team to get better as the season goes on, but this is a great start to beginning. And listen, if you're a Bethune-Cookman fan, you're going to have better days, believe me.
No doubt about it. Ty, great work with it tonight.
Pleasure's mine, bro.
A lot of fun, man. Have a great rest of the weekend. Week 2 of college football almost in the books. Thanks for watching, everyone. So long from Miami Gardens here at Hard Rock Stadium. The U with a 45-3 win over Bethune-Cookman. Once again, thanks to our producer, Scott Ferrier, our director, Scott Hecht, Lee Torman on spotting, Matt Siegel with stats from Madison Hawk, Tyoka Jackson. I'm Mike Corey. So long from Miami. Thanks for watching. 45-3 Canes. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, everyone.